Hey guys, you got Chris and Sean with Talking Through the Medias. We're going to do another because it deservedly is going to happen, and so it shall be. Batman Superman discussion. So, as we stated before in earlier videos, one, I thought the movie was great. Two, Chris thought the movie was great. Three, the critics can just go suck it and enjoy it. And we saw a monstrous opening weekend. Matter of fact, I think it was one of the biggest of all times. So let's go ahead and delve into that, Chris.
So what we know is that I think Rotten Tomatoes has dropped down to what, like 30%, 31%.
You're pissing me off, Rotten Tomatoes. Oh.
Fans are still in the upper 70s, up to the 80s, loving it. And when I first saw it, I was on the fence. I didn't know which way I was going to fall. I'm glad Sean forced me to digest it for a day because of that, and the fact that I had to sleep on it and learned a little bit more. I am all in on this movie.
It was awesome. It was awesome.
Is it the best movie ever made? No. Did it have a few problems? Yes. But does it deserve 31%? No, it does not. So no, I don't know what those guys were smoking or what hand jobs they were giving while they should have been paying attention to the film.
Marvel. We can blame Marvel for that.
Exactly.
It's a conspiracy.
They're like, Stan, what did you think about the movie? I think it sucks. Well, I think it sucks too. Yeah.
Maybe that's a whole nother thing we should get to. Is this a conspiracy from Marvel against DC? They're like, oh shit, the bomb is going to drop. We're in trouble.
Yeah. Like, what kind of a rating do you think we should give them, Kevin Feige? I'm thinking 40%. 31%? Yes, Kevin, whatever you say, my lord and master, yes. It doesn't deserve that.
The Marvel conspiracy.
The Marvel conspiracy. Rumors and specs. On our next Rumors and Specs, we're going to talk about the Marvel conspiracy. You heard it right here.
You know it's going to happen, Chris.
They're already doing it.
Captain America is going to come out and it's going to get like a 90 or a 95 on Rotten Tomatoes. It's going to be like, Chris Evans, you're my hero.
Thank you. This is what Batman and Superman should have been like.
Right. Yeah.
Oh man, you're right, because it is it is the versus. So what? Yeah, you're right. You were right. Even though this Batman versus Superman was completed a year ago, and they just had to delay the release. You're right.
They're gonna love Captain America.
It's gonna be. Oh my God, Tony Stark. Oh my God, it's. Well,
have you seen the newest poster? The newest poster they have?
Which one?
It shows the one where it shows the two teams on opposite sides of the poster, and it's like they're lined up against each other.
And they're finally showing Ant-Man in there now. They were hiding him for some reason at first, and now they're showing him out there and whose side he's on. Now that Spider-Man's in the mix now, so yeah, it's. I'm not against or for Marvel or DC. Because
I like it all, I just don't like the favoritism shit.
The rising tide raises all the ships, man. I mean, if Marvel is doing good, that means more people are going to be excited about seeing a DC movie. If DC does good, then people are real because this movie did good and it's so critically hit. People are really going to go see the Marvel movie now, just so they can forcefully compare it.
Right, it's so much better. So much better.
Chris Evans. It's like that scene on Captain America when Chris Evans first became Captain America and the girl like touching his chest like that's how the fans are. Oh, Chris, I don't know. I just
like,
feel
how
like,
do you feel? Taller.
Yeah. Your box office, your editing was so much better, Chris. If I could just touch you, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Marvel's doing a great job, but does DC deserve this much heat?
What about The Dark Knight? That was fucking DC. Come on, everybody loves The Dark Knight.
You're right, and in comparison, people are also comparing this to the Dark Knight. So it's not like we can't have we haven't had a great DC movie. It's just, I think it's the Superman element of it because, like I said, I think they're bringing in their Christopher Reeves nostalgia into it.
You don't think people are you don't think people are very accepting of Henry Cavill yet at this point?
Wow. That I don't know. I can't call it. I don't think people are hating on Henry Cavill. I think mostly it's just the fact that the writers chose to have Superman kill, and I don't know. I don't think they're hating on Cavill at all. I don't know. That you stumped me on that one.
Well, because if they had a choice, would they rather see him fight Christopher Reeves if it was possible?
If Christopher Reeve was like a young and still alive, like
Right.
that Superman doesn't fit. He was perfect for the 70s and the 80s. That style of Superman doesn't fit in this modern world. And you know what? And if they tried to put Roth, what was his name? The guy who last played Superman in the Superman Returns. Brandon Routh. If that exact Superman was in this movie and in Man of Steel,
Brandon Routh.
I like them too. But Brandon Routh tried to. That was a sequel to the Christopher Reeve stuff. Right. If Henry Cavill tried to play it just like that, it wouldn't fit at all.
I did think he did a good job for what he was trying to do. He emulated Christopher Reeve.
Yes, well. Exactly. He did it perfectly.
The voice.
The voice everything was on point. He did a very good job.
I don't know about that movie.
We're gonna, you know what, that needs to be the next speculations and rumors episode. We have to break down this conspiracy against DC, this Marvel conspiracy,
the Marvel monopoly,
the clash of the fanboys.
Yeah,
because it's ridiculous. I don't know. Like I said, I can see why some people didn't like it, but it was a good movie. It was a good movie.
So. How much do you think, because as we stand now, or as of the end of yesterday, we were looking at about 430 million worldwide. What do you think we're going to have by this time next week? I'm guessing anywhere between 650 to 850, I'm thinking.
I'm on board with you on that. And I was iffy on whether or not if it was going to hit $1 billion. Or not,
oh,
because it hit the 4, it's gonna break through $1 billion easily. So it'll make over $1 billion. It probably won't hit Star Wars' number, but it doesn't have to. Anything above 7 or 6 or 8, and is a profit. Like you've already found out. So $1 billion it's a profit.
So I found out why they needed to clear $800 million. So it's for you guys listening. The production budget was about $250 million to make the movie, pay the actors and do the special effects. They again spent another $150 to promote the movie worldwide, get it on the posters and whatever. But then what they have to do is split the money with the theaters distributing the picture.
That's about and they factor that in to really call it a profit.
So you need to make $800 million for the Warner Brothers
for Christopher Nolan to be like rubbing the money all over his body. It'll never be as good as my trilogy, but good job.
Right, they have to split the money with the movie theaters, so they have to make $800
and the producers and everybody else, and probably whoever's getting points. The people who are the family members of the characters, Batman. Now that Batman and Bob Kane isn't solely just getting credit for it. Now the other guy who actually helped him create Gotham and all the villains and stuff, I forgot his name, but he's now recently, we think it was late last year, DC is finally acknowledging that this other guy, besides Bob Kane, is going to start getting credit and getting a piece of the royalty. His family is going to start getting royalties from Batman from this point on. So that's another thing they probably had to factor. I got to look up that guy's name, but it was an interesting story. That Bob Kane, for years, it was Batman. Every time you see Batman getting credit, Bob Kane was the person always getting credit. But it turns out there was this other guy. Bob Kane created the Batman, created the idea of Batman, but the person who invented Gotham City, the majority of the villains, everything that makes Batman who he is, everything that surrounds Batman, Robin, all these things, it was another guy. And for years, they kept it under wraps. They wouldn't give him credit. His family wasn't getting anything. Bob Kane's family was getting everything. And now they finally are giving his family the money that he deserves. I got to look up that guy's name. I'm sorry I brought it up because I don't even remember the guy's name. But that's probably also factored into it, all the royalties that the people that's responsible for Superman, the people that are responsible, the family members of the people who are responsible for Batman, they got to get paid too. So
if Ben was smart, he didn't take salary for this.
Points? You think he got points at the end?
I hope he took a percentage. If that would be me, and I was already rich like Ben Affleck is, I'd be like, I don't want a fixed salary. I want a percentage of the box office.
I'm assuming when it's time to do the Batman movies, I'm assuming that his company is going to be producer and he's going to be director,
Well,
and
that's
that's
another
probably
thing.
one.
Yeah, maybe he did take a salary for this first one, and then they're like, well, this one is big. We'll give you a percentage. But if I was a producer, I'd be like, no, 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 no. For the first one, you'll get a percentage, and then we'll fixate your salary based on how well this does.
Well, you know, he already had that Warner Brothers contract for a while, and now and since his movies have been so successful, you know, Warner Brothers has renegotiated with him and extended it. So you're probably right.
I could kind of hope that they give him the next movie.
Oh yeah, oh that's happening.
Let Ben Affleck direct it.
That's my theory. I'm telling you, Ben Affleck is about to become the Kevin Feige of the DC universe. I don't think it should be Zack Snyder anymore. I like Zack Snyder, but I think Ben Affleck would be a better Feige.
I think he'd be a better director. Period.
Yeah. Oh, to mastermind the whole thing. I mean, the whole universe.
Yeah. Why not? I mean, his movie's already won Best Picture.
Exactly.
Let's give him a shot, dude. Give him the fucking reins. Let him have at it.
I would have been happy if Christopher Nolan would have done it, but he's not a comic book guy. That's why he had no passion into doing it. He wanted to do his trilogy and let it go. Affleck is a comic book guy, so. But
Let's
then
do the 3 and let it be.
But then there would be the conspiracy of why is Batman getting so much screen time in this Aquaman movie?
Right. No, the guy I believe I think his name's James Wan. I think he was one of the Fast and Furious directors. Is doing the.
He's doing The Conjuring. He's doing the horror movie, The Conjuring, and the new Lights Out trailer movie.
But didn't he do one of the Fast and Furious?
Yes, he did. I think he did 7.
Oh, that's the big boy. So he's a $1 billion director.
Yep. Now, yeah, it sure is. But that you're right. So you were right about, you changed my mind. I was worried about the critics of and the fact that Batman vs Superman was getting hit so hard. So now I'm with you. Now it's gonna hit $1 billion. It's a great movie. Critics can suck it. I was 100% on board with you on the Transformers. But for this, no, this is not worth what you're giving Batman. It doesn't deserve all this heat. So stop it. Stop it.
All right, guys. Well, this is our take on the box office and all that is Batman to Superman. I give it to you, Chris, sir.
I will say one last thing. To all you critics, void, you are prohibited. You will not be involved in this contest for free tickets. I mean, you're already getting free tickets already, so
damn straight.
So you can eat a D, and let's just stop it, guys. Stop it. Go. I mean, you do a great job with making us aware of these, independent films that people don't really see that much in the box office and that deserve Oscars. That's what you do. That's what you're good at. But these popcorn movies that we want to just turn our brains off, let us enjoy it and stop trying to hate on it. But okay, I'm enough ranting about that. Let us know what you guys think. Hit the subscribe button. Always send me and Sean. We love your comments. And as you can tell, I'm very passionate about this. Like, let's get Lex shaved up. Let's get Gal Gadot out there. Let's get that bikini tighter, and let's get these movies out there. So until next time, guys, we're gonna hit you with more trailers. We're gonna hit you with more reviews, and we're gonna give you at least 55% more Sean Malloy shirtless. Until next time, guys, let's keep talking. We got that on tape.